Thank you for tuning in. This show is made possible by going to and clicking on the links at DNF Tool Drawer, heading over to DNF Swag and picking up some of the cool 5-star apparel, as well as the loyal monthly Patreon fans at patreon.com/5star. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah? Are you dancing right now?
Well, I mean, we got the bass going next door. You know, they got some hardcore, barbershop stuff going on. It's definitely not a barbershop quartet. It's straight up like, yeah, man.
Right. Right.
Happy Monday.
What's up?
Happy Monday. What's up, guys?
It's so funny, it's like YouTube is like
crazy. Hey, from Northern Indiana.
What's up, Dustin?
It's Monday and I'm already Better Call Saul. It's Monday and I'm already for Friday. I mean, it's basically where we're at here. Strange. I know. Hello from Vegas.
What's up?
Just got my first DSP, JL Tweak 88. So far, I dig it. Oh, I like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Hello from Chicago.
What's up, Denny?
It's gross there too.
Gio,
hey,
what's
hi.
up?
Hi, how are you? Better call Dinendo. What's up, guys? ILX W650 or Pioneer 2300 NEX, which is better? They both Apple and Android CarPlay. Ooh.
The 23 is Macless.
Yeah, they're both Macless. But the 650 short chassis.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm going
short chassis. I'm always going short chassis.
Yeah,
I love short chassis. I mean, I'll always
so
take
much
a short
easier.
chassis.
Yeah.
Hey, from Northern Indiana. I think
you already did.
What's up, guys? Happy
What's
Monday.
up?
I'm gonna go through this again.
Rose, what's up? Hey, Fernando.
New shirt looks good. Thank you, Haley.
Thank you, Haley. Yeah, you already did that one.
I know. I'm just going through them again. Mr. Digos.
Hey, Jason.
What is happening? And hello from Point St. Lucie. So hi guys, and welcome to the show. How's everybody doing? Yep, there again. Haley kicking it out of the park.
Hi from India. Hey.
Indiana. India? No, India.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Samosas. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Every time I say it, it always sounds wrong though. Like samosa, because I always get that confused. Like
the veggie.
Orange juice champagne.
They have I think they have different ones, but the veggie is the one that I like.
Yeah. Well, the potato and pea was really good. I hate peas, but man, I like that. Greetings. Oh, here you go. This is you.
Hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Los
Puebla,
tamales.
Mexico.
I can take some tamales.
Yeah, right.
You need to work.
Time.
Dude, that's all you, bro. I walk in there,
I'm
there's just
going
me. I'm
to.
some stranger white guy. I don't know what the hell's going on. Barney texts me and he wants his shirt back. Hey, man, this ain't purple.
I got my purple one.
He does have a purple one. He is straight purple. Hello from New York.
And I'm going to take it to Dallas.
Are you?
Oh, of course.
We'll get new ones by then because that's a month away.
And then
What's up, Basehead Bros? DM608 or a bit 608.
A bit 10?
Oh, yeah, 608, 100%.
Yes.
All right, so forget the bit 10. All right, bit 10 is antiquated. It's old. You could get the H8 DSP. Probably get a pretty decent deal on the H8 DSP. Really nice DSP there, or the bit Nove. So if you're an Audison guy or anything like that, and you want something, one of those, like I get those two, you could probably find like a bit 10 old and whatnot for about the same price as a 608.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nove or the Helix, not Helix, Hertz.
Hertz and
yeah. So there again, just because you're asking about those two brands, and you could look at Hertz too, but it's
they're partners. Yeah.
Hello, fellas from Ontario, Canada.
Canada.
Hey.
I love Canada.
Fuego. Hi from Sweden.
Hey.
Tuesday is already here.
Marty.
Oh, Mr. Marty Dean. What's happening? Nice shirts.
Baby
Thank you.
Baby Frank. Whatever. Shirts.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Jesus.
Hi from Hobbs.
Hi from Hobbs, New Mexico.
There you
Hey,
go.
what's happening? Thank you for answering my question on Instagram. What to put in my RAM? Now, if they would make a harness for 2022, it's coming. That's all I got to say.
Now
It's
you asking
coming.
too much,
Yeah,
brother.
it's coming, but you're definitely asking too much.
No, but yeah.
Yeah. So the Amp Pro will work in that. It's just you gotta hardwire it. So they're getting burgundy to me. I like burgundy. I always have.
It is burgundy.
Yeah.
It is
No, it's nice. I mean, it's gonna be faded to shit, I'm sure, once we wash it a couple times.
Well, I read it.
I wash my. Oh, obviously, I wash mine because I wouldn't be wearing it if I had it. I only
You
got
do?
one. You have my address. Oh, jeez, Marty. Yeah, it's like we're gonna have to clear out Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna have to have,
pretty
like,
much.
Haley
Like,
working in a sweatshop.
can I get a 300 of red?
Wow, what's up, Dean and Fernando from Kentucky?
Hey.
What's up, Canada? We're just gonna do this all night.
Yeah. I like
hello
it.
from West Chapel. Hello,
West
gentlemen.
Chapel.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, Bobby.
I
like his picture because literally you guys carrying me.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude. It's like you're in our
toes.
armpits, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you're smelling his armpit for sure.
Yeah.
How'd it smell? Arizona checking in. What's
up?
happening? All right, here we go. Kenwood XR 606 DSP only has 2 RC inputs. My head unit has crappy output voltage. Would a 2-channel line driver be a good idea? What voltage do I flash to the Maestro up after opting out? Okay, listen. Forget all that. Just use the 2 inputs from your crappy radio. It's perfectly okay. Remember, this thing was originally designed to integrate with your crappy factory stereo voltage output, which wasn't necessarily ever supposed to be 4 volts. A lot of those are 2 volts. So this amplifier is perfectly capable of dealing with your crappy, as you call it. Did you say crappy? Yeah, crappy. Your crappy low voltage output radio. Don't do anything. Just call it a day, put it in, you'll be fine. You're not going to shine this turd any better. You'll be perfectly okay. All right. It's a wonderful piece. It'll do exactly what you want it to do. So don't even worry about that.
Don't stress out.
What performance differences between the 2 head units, ILX 50, Pioneer, AVH? Really, you're probably gonna see maybe a difference. I mean, keep in mind these are 2 of the entry level radios between the 2. And it's the only entry-level radio that Alpine makes, which I think is something to be said here. No matter what you think about Alpine, Alpine makes one entry-level radio, which is ILX W650, and they've literally been making that thing for, 3 years now? Because why? I mean, they've revved it, as they say, revisions and whatnot as the years have gone by, but it's a solid piece. It does what 90% of the people want. One of the things I like about it is, if you wanted to, you could add the little amps to the back. You can add the mono 200 watt. You can add the 4-channel 200 watt. The Pioneer, not to take anything away from it, every Pioneer has the exact same feature set. Doesn't matter. 13-band EQ, crossovers, everything is the same. They don't change anything other than what's inside the box. And to be honest with you, I don't know what is inside the box because Pioneer
doesn't do that.
They don't talk about anything.
So
like
for
that.
me, if you ask me which one would I pick the ILX.
You pick the ILX. Well, there you go. Fernando's recommending the ILX. Just do what Fernando says, or he'll come Sakaro you. What the heck was that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I was a guitar.
I get you. I feel you.
Oh.
Oops, I was in the wrong account. Oh. It's okay, man. It's okay. Which one?
That.
This one? Good day from Melbourne, Australia. Question, pros and cons going with active without DSP. Please, love your show. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Level control. I'll tell you right now, out of frame is the Toyota Tundra, all right? And the Toyota Tundra is getting a big-ass Kenwood radio on the dash. And we're going with a 5-channel amplifier. Now, we're going to be putting a set of 3.5s in the top, 6x9s in the bottom, 6.5s in the rear, 2 10s underneath the seat, 5-channel amp. Okay, so the 6x9s, the 3.5s are technically front, and then the 6.5 is rear. But it's a 6x9 and a 3.5. There's 4 speakers, actually 6 speakers, because it's a 3-way set. The 6x9, the 3.5 has its active, a passive tweeter in the center of it, external crossover. So if you wanted to bi-amp the whole thing, you could. But all right, so it makes more sense for us to take and put the 5-channel amp just on the front, because now we have level control, which will give us the ability to blend between the 3.5 in the dash and the 6x9 in the door. So if we get in the car and it's like, oh my God, like those dash speakers are just coming on strong. Well, by being able to turn them down, not turn the 6x9s up, turn the 3.5 down, we can level match better, which is going to give us a much more pleasing experience. Now, the radio has time alignment if we want to use it. We won't be using it in this case just because of the customer, and he has an ear thing that prohibits us from doing that. But then we're going to be using the deck power, because one of the nice things we talked about on Instagram of the Kenwood is it has like 18, 19 dBs of volume control that we can adjust the rear speakers on to blend them with our gain structure on our external amplifier. So they'll do this, because a lot of times what happens is the deck power will ramp up way faster than these, and then they'll top off and it'll just be a nightmare. So Kenwood gives us the ability to do that funness. But no, using the amplifier to go active gives you level control, which to me is the best part about it.
All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes. Hello, guys. I have a Ram 1500 with 6x9 4-ways. You want to go for the Pioneer 5-ways? In the front doors and 3.5s in the dash. It's bright.
No kidding.
How can I get highs
like
lower?
20 tweeters.
Take the door panel off, go to the tweeter assembly and go snip, snip. And guess what? It won't be as obnoxious anymore. You have a 4-way, man. I mean, it's 3 tweeters. And or 4 tweeters. I don't know how many. There's a lot of tweeters going on in the door. Mm-hmm. So, and there again, the other thing that I just told that other gentleman when we were talking about going active, having an amplifier just on the 3.5 to attenuate them helps a lot. So, either A, get some amplifiers with good bandpass crossovers in them, so that you don't actually have to damage the speaker. If you have let's say for example, the Ground Zero radioactive line of amplifiers, very affordable, small footprint amplifier. We're going to be giving some of them away here shortly, not tonight, but over this month. Someone's going to win them by the end of the month. Let's just put it like that. Anyways, every channel on the amplifier is a bandpass. What that means is you could set a low and a high pass crossover for each channel. What that'll do for a set of 4-ways is, instead of having to go in, like I said, cut the tweeter assembly, we can just put a crossover on there that will limit the frequency response output of that driver, essentially neutering it, but without actually cutting the speaker. And then, so you can put 2 channels on those and then another 2 channels on the top. It has a bandpass, but the reality is it only needs a crossover, but you'll have volume control for it. But it does have a bandpass, so that if you're like, oh no, these tweeters are still too hot, I can bandpass them down as well. So there's a lot you can do. One of the nice things about the Kenwood radio too is the Kenwood has tweeter attenuation built into it.
Yes.
So it actually has a bandpass built into the radio. So does the Alpine now, the new 507, 907, and 1107, new 5 series. They have bandpass tweeter attenuation, so that in a situation like you're talking about where the tweeters are just like, God damn, these are bright, you can attenuate the tweeter down, because it adds in a bandpass filter for those. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool. There are ways to do it.
Very handy, yeah.
There are ways to do it. Why do some installers suggest front speaker door speakers and none in the rear deck? Oh, well, okay. I'm going to take a page out of Mr. Jeff Smith books here. Are you crazy? Sell them the rear speakers. That's more money. Sound quality guys, aficionados, I don't know, guys that consider themselves, pinkies out. I don't know. Anything I say here is going to be weird. The reality of it is audio is stereo. It's left and right. It's not surround. In a car environment, we do like surround, though, because it's a car environment, which a lot of the sound is absorbed by the car. Either way, a purist will say, no, spend all your money on the front, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a big advocate of spending the money on the front, but I'm also like, yeah, but I also need something in the rear, because 1, somebody might sit back there, and 2, it just doesn't sound right if it stops. Like, there's nothing. So it kind of makes the cab feel kind of small. So, but some guys, they're just not into that. Like they push their thoughts on yours, and your thoughts are always wrong if you don't agree with whatever they say.
That's right.
We've done plenty of both, where someone will come in and say, I just want to do front stage. I don't care about rear. I'm perfectly fine with doing that. Dude, I thought you just farted. It was just this guy out there.
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck? But which I'm perfectly fine with. There's no right or wrong answer here. But the wrong answer is if there's something you want and somebody's trying to talk you out of it, that's when you leave. Because if it's something you want, then at the end of the day, it's your car, it's your stereo. Unless they're gonna make some kind of a deal with you, it's like, look, if you don't absolutely love the way this sounds when I'm done with it, then I will fix this. Then you walk out because, it's just what it is. You know,
all right.
some people like rear.
Some people like it.
Second question. Sorry, then that's your limit for the night. No, just kidding. If I have a set of Focal Flax 2-way component set, but I want to add the third set, like the mid-range speaker and the crossover, what do you recommend? Okay, so if we had the Focal Flax, in order to, I think on that it uses the same mid-range. So on some 3-way sets, like the KRX3s, the 6.5 is not the same 6.5 that comes with the KRX2s. They're different because of the way they're going to perform. But regardless of that, you would need to buy the 2.5 and also buy the 3-way crossovers, or buy the 2.5 and then get a 6-channel amplifier that's fully capable of doing the crossover, or DSP that can handle it in order to do it. So it's doable. But it's totally doable. It's just a matter of whether you want to spend the money to do it. It's all it comes down to is money. If it were me, I'd get the 2.5s and then I would go full active from some form of a multi-channel amplifier / DSP, which would be really cool. So that would be how I would do it.
All right. This is the second question.
How do I test my Focal Flex speaker to see if I damaged one or the second one? Ooh, so that's a tough one because there's no, okay, so when you say damaged, if you're looking at sound, you'd have to play, let's say, one tweeter that you know is good, then listen to the second tweeter and see if it sounds any different, and play them in the same environment. Like, you can't play the one on the left and then play the one on the right. I mean, you could sit in the middle and maybe hear a difference there, but a lot of the times you'd like have to play this one and pay really close attention to it, take it out, put the one that you think is damaged in there and pay attention to it. I mean, if it's really damaged, you should be able to hear it left and right. Another way is to see if there's something like physically wrong with the motor structure. For that, you'd need an SMD tool to do a sine sweep to test the ohm load of the speaker to see if at any point it goes to a dead short or if there's something wrong with the motor structure itself. Tweeters are very difficult to see if you've actually damaged them because with a tweeter, they play a very small band of frequencies, and a Focal plays from 5,000 up, which is not a lot of bands. It's literally 2 octaves, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000. Yeah, it's 2 octaves. It's not a lot. So yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one to test.
All right.
Does anyone make a 2.5-inch 2-way speaker? I'm going to say yes to this, but you don't necessarily want it. I'm waiting for somebody to make a good one or a great one, as it were. But right now, the only company that's making a 2-way 2.5 is Pioneer. And I can tell you, you don't want it for what you're trying to do unless you have some form of a massive DSP. Oh, I didn't show you these. So
somebody raise their hand. Oh,
hey Jay!
Cool. What's that, Jay?
Yeah, we see. Like, oh,
that is
I don't know
neat.
what the hell she's doing there. We went to Disney. She's with Joy. Anyways, hang on. Let me see if I can find this real quick. If you want to take a quick.
What's up, guys? No, just gonna say, hey. Did you see?
Oh, do I see what? Did I see karate?
I spend more money in my middle than the rear. Exactly.
I mean, whatever you like.
My team or not my team.
Oh, I did do an Arc Audio hat. I thought I had one of those.
Yes, I have one right there.
No, I was like, man, I don't have an Arc Audio hat. And I'm like, yeah.
What's up, Ronnie?
I do have one. What is this?
What up, Ash? All right, hang on.
I gotta put these in a folder so I don't have to do this.
I don't know why you don't.
I don't know either. Probably because that'd be way too easy. All right, here we go. All right. Do we have the thing?
Of course.
All right. So this is the Pioneer. This is going back to the Pioneer question. So this is the TSA 709. So this is a 2.5 inch with a tweeter. And for those of you that have never looked at an RTA before, if you go to where it says 16K, that is the tweeter side. And as you move across to where it says 32, that is the lower frequency side. So where the tweeter, the benefit of having the tweeter should be really prevalent there between 8 and 16. As you can see, it's not having the effect that you would hope for with putting a tweeter on there. For some reason, we have this giant boost centered around like 5K, which to me doesn't make any sense. But to put that in retrospect of what a typical middler looks like, this is a Morel CCWR 254. This is what majority of the 2.5 inch drivers look like, something that looks like this, where there's a dip at 8K, but it ramps up afterwards.
What's that, Jason?
And this is the MM2, which is not a middler, but damn it, it looks better than most. But this is that curve I was talking about. So here's like the power base that's been around forever.
Man?
What's up, Chris? You have that standard V, and then if we compare that to like the Blam, there again, that standard V, and then one more would be the Prima. So, which looks pretty nice as far as that goes. The V is not as predominant, but all these speakers kind of perform the same. But when we go back to this guy here, I don't know what's going on there. So, yeah, I don't think there again, not picking on the Pioneer, just showing you the results of what we got when testing them. I don't know. I just don't think we're ready for something with a tweeter yet. Hey, and we're kind of deep into this. We need to take a pause right here. And we'd like to, for one, thank Audio Control for being a major sponsor of the show. And also, before we do that, I want to head over here to my laptop because we're really into this. We got carried away. I know we just got caught up in the moment.
Totally.
But hey, guys, have you ever heard of the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club? I know you have because a lot of you send cool pictures to it. This is the winner this week of the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club. For those of you going, what do you mean the winner? When you post pictures of your install with clean wiring, Fernando scours through it. When he finds one that he absolutely loves, it gets the picture of the week. You get to be on the top of the page. Who do we have here, Fernando?
We have Patrick.
Well, Patrick wired up this Audio Frog system here. One of the things I think is really cool, for one, those are all custom-made RCAs, which is right out of Andy's book there.
Yeah.
But the giant, I'm going to call it a Molex plug, but multi-pinned plug over on the end that allows this whole thing to be removed with three simple connections. Yep. One, the giant plug, power, and ground. Pull the whole rack out. So that is pretty cool.
So if you're going to see more pictures, you can go to the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club here and Facebook and join the group. You can see all these pictures.
Yeah, so thank you for posting your picture, and way to go.
Good pictures, guys. Good pictures.
And then back to Audio Control for a minute.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank Audio Control. One of the new products they just launched is this guy here that Fernando has on his laptop. This is the new ACX BT3 Bluetooth controller. And hey, here it is in person.
Oh my God. You just
I just took it out of the screen.
Some
of the cool things about this is it's a 6-channel output. So we have 6 channels of RC output. It has remote out, has remote in. The remote in is only necessary if you're going to be using this as some form of a we'll just leave it at that, as remote in. Has 12 volts switched in, ground in, but remote out is really cool to go off, turn on your amplifiers. It has an auxiliary in, but on these 6 RCAs, it's multi-zone and or conventional front rear sub, whichever you'd like to use it for. The reason why it's multi-zone is this is an IP6 rated controller. But you got volume, it's Bluetooth, it's aux.
Yep.
It's 4 volt for those of you playing at home. But there you go, there it is. We're gonna do some fun with this later. I think next week we're gonna put this in something and let you guys hear it. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is the new unit here, which
Yeah.
ACX BT3.
Hey, you see, that's right there.
I know. Well, you had it off frame, and I don't memorize these numbers.
Oh,
But
what the heck?
so here we go. We have the new. So I will tell you this: that the buttons feel really good. One of the things that Matthew was really particular yelling at the guys. He's just a slave driver. He's so mean. I'm joking. He's not. Was making sure that the buttons didn't feel cheap. They put a lot, and you can hear that.
Yep.
Which I like. I like hearing the click. So there you go. Check it out. You can find it over on their website, as I said, right here. Thank you, Audio Control. You can find that at audiocontrol.com. Moving on.
All right.
I have a 2021 Acura TLX with a 16-channel ELS system. I have a Helix V12 with DSP installed, but sound is still not great. Would a kicker key lock help clean up the sound? That is a no. Unfortunately, that is a no. It's probably more of an implementation problem. I find that when, again, I don't know who installed it. I don't know how they install it, but typically when you have a problem like this, it comes down to the installation that probably caused the issue. They might not have grabbed all the right speakers. We've heard some real horror stories from vendors as well as other dealers of cars, wow, that's heartbreaking. But you may want to, I don't know who put it in, but there again, and then again, I also don't know what your level of badness is. One of the things you may want to try is that amplifier has the option for some form of an external input, like a phone or a portable DAC or something like that. Through the conductor, you can control it that way. If you're not using one of those external inputs, I would suggest adding one to it, and for the sole reason of seeing how it sounds streaming from something other than the car. Because there are ways to implement that amplifier, like using your phone, to where when you get a phone call, it automatically switches back to your car or navigation prompts or something like that. And using this to have a much more enjoyable experience than trying to take and run, let's say, CarPlay through your factory radio and just not getting the results you want for sound. So if I was to guess, it might be an implementation problem more so than, and plus, I don't know who tuned it. Maybe they don't know how to tune. So that's a tough one. So you're going to definitely, now I will say this, if you can't find anyone in your area or you don't trust the guys that did it and you like to find someone else, give Jason Digos, who was on here earlier, give him a call over the MSC and see if they can help you find somebody else that might be able to work with you on that.
Help you,
yeah. When you EQ a three-way system with the Tweak 88, do you RTH speaker individually? Which one do you start with? The answer to that is yes. And I always start with the passenger front tweeter, move on to the driver's tweeter, passenger mid-range, driver's mid-range, and or I'll do passenger front tweeter, passenger front mid-range, combine the two. But usually I walk away through the car like this. So I'll do these two, and then I'll go back and do these two together, compare them to these two, and then I'll do these three and these three. And it's a long, drawn-out process. I don't know if there's any right or wrong answer to it, but that's how I do it. And I know, it's like,
okay, mister.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, it does take some time. The one nice thing about the Tweak, though, is that you do have the dual EQs right there, so you can play with one easily, A/B between the two.
That's so funny.
I know. Hey, guys, do you know if anyone yet makes an adapter to get rid of the factory radio to 2021 Silverado non-Bose, or am I stuck with the stock radio? Okay, so we did some checking on that because, yes, there are pictures of the Stinger Amp Global High 10 in your vehicle. And so we called them and asked because we were like, hey, what's the deal here? And they're like, okay, yeah, it might be in there somewhere. But yes, you can do it. No, there is no specific harness. There's hardwiring that you have to do in order for it to work currently. So it can be done, but it's all going to be snip, cut, solder, strip, stuff like that. So right now there is no, but yes, it will work. They just don't have all the pieces yet. So you could call them tech support, see if they have anything they can email you, which I think they do. Or I'm assuming at some point here in the next short period of time, because they're actually building 3 trucks right now with that radio in them.
Yeah.
It's got to be coming. It's got to be coming soon. You would hope.
Be.
It's got to be. And now I don't know what you're going to lose. I don't know any of that, but whatever.
All right.
You got to have it. You got to have it. Hey guys, comparing 2 subwoofers, same RMS of 300 watts, but different sensitivity, 91 versus 83. Ooh, wow. Both fed 400 watts RMS for headroom. Would the 91 on the sensitivity be louder? Also, could the RMS headroom affect the performance of the subwoofer in the long run? Well, okay, so the 91 dB just on paper is definitely going to be louder because it's 91 dB as opposed to 83 dB. So the sensitivity of the drivers, it's going to be louder. Now, is that going to be something, what is it, 7, 8 dBs of, yeah, you probably will notice it is enough to care about. It's a little bit different. There again, loudest is not always the determining factor in whether something is better than the other. So now as far as headroom, as you call it, giving it 400 watts over the 300 watts, that comes down to how you plan on abusing the driver. So for example, you have 400 watts, it only needs X 300 watts. You're going to be keeping the gain down low. You just have to pay attention to how you play it. It has nothing more to do than that. Having a more wattage isn't going to hurt the driver by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the distortion that you could create on the inputs, adjusting the gain, is what hurts the driver. Power doesn't necessarily do it, because it's not like you're playing a test tone. You're playing music that fluctuates, and the speaker reacts to that. So there's a lot going on there where having more power can be beneficial and actually sound a lot better. Thank you guys so much for making my entire install so much less stressful. You were with me from the beginning, whether you knew it or not. Feels like I was. My shoulder still hurts. Yeah.
Whatever.
I know.
Hey, you're welcome, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 2018 Silverado Nambos. Would you go with the Epicenter Micro or Kicker key lock for factory bass roll-off? All right, give me a second. Let me think about this one for a minute, because I don't think the bass roll-off in that one is that substantial. So I would do the Epicenter because I want to have more fun.
Yeah.
Epicenter.
Yeah. Boom.
There you go. Thank you, audio control. But no, the Epicenter. Reason why is because I really don't think there's a lot of bass roll-off happening in that vehicle. And so the key lock in 90%, yes, the key lock will flatten it out, and great. If your amplifier has a bass boost on it, oh, yay. But it's a pickup truck. You're going to put subs underneath the seat. They're going to suck because they're up underneath the seat. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like they're subs underneath the seat. So you can only get so good. Right. The Epicenter will allow you to go in there and fatten that thing up and make it sound big and boomy if you want it to, or dry it out and make it not sound big and boomy, which we've had people do. So, yeah. But yeah, I think that one would be way cooler. Dean, saw some tiny amps earlier on Instagram. Look like they made for a great 4+1 channel amp rack in a factory application. Yeah, we had the Helix. Match 2.1 amp. Mm-hmm. Now, they also make a 5.1. So they also make a 5-channel in that same series that's almost the same exact size.
So you just check Match.
Yeah, go to Audio Tech Fisher. And you can check out the Match line. But yes, they used 12 of those in the last install where it was really cool. Oh, the guys in Canada. Pat's truck. Kicker Comp R12, a good matchup for a 901.5 at 2 ohms. So if you didn't know this, we actually dynoed the 901.5. We dynoed all the Kenwood amplifiers. We have a video that's like literally just all of them that we made as a loop, and we published it just to do, but we did the 901.5. We got 800 watts. 800 watts out of the 901.5.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of power.
It is a lot of power.
It's a lot of
clean power.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of good fun. Good fun to be had by all. Hey guys, any word on Nav AVB? Yeah. Nope.
We're still waiting.
I know. I think that's going to become the new unicorn. Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's like every time you talk to somebody about that, it's like, hey, we fixed it, but we can't get chips, and then you're like, whatever. So
Right.
I don't know. That's somebody better than them will probably have to come out with it. So I'm not holding my breath. Don't know if it's open mic, but I put a kicker soundstage upgrade in my 18 Silverado with the 4-channel amp as well. Sounds okay. SQ suffers a bit at higher volumes. Will better speakers make a pretty decent SQ difference? So one of the things that you have to remember when integrating into a factory radio, and this is one of those oddball thoughts that a lot of people don't think about, is power. So look at your factory radio for a second, and we're not talking amp pro integration here. We're just strictly talking like high level, because especially in a GM, you're doing high level. Although in 18 Silverado, you may be able to use an amp pro, so you might want to check that out while you're there, because they might make a non-Bose 2018. Well, it doesn't matter. So it's a 2018 Silverado. If you can do an amp pro in there, you're going to get a preamp section still going high level, which is really nice. But let's say you're looking at a system like, let's say, a 20 Chevy. That there is no, like the AVB piece you just asked about. Power is very important in the sense that's going to help you. Yeah, they make an amp pro for that, right? Did you already pass it?
No.
Yeah, they do.
Right there.
Yeah. So hang on to that. So all right. So for your 2018, if you're not using the Pack Amp Pro, that works in the non-amplified and amplified systems. You might want to think about getting that. That'll clean up the system and make it sound a lot better, because you won't be having to go through high level. That's going to give you a 5-volt dedicated 20 to 20 preamp level output. All right, so there's that. All right, now back to what I was saying. So use that. That'll solve all your problems. But let's say you got a 20, 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Power is the key here, because this gain is going to crap out. All right, so if we go low power and we can't maximize the volume output, then we're stuck.
Yeah,
we're like crap. It's just we're gonna run out. So when looking at, oh man, what should I get, the 70 watt amp or should I get the 100 watt amp? Well, if I'm dealing with a factory stereo, I want the bigger amp, because I'm not going to be using that. I'm not going to be using all that power. It's just not going to happen. But I'll have enough so that when and there again, you say, well, I could turn the gain up, and no, because then the amplifier is just going to sound worse. So we're trying to keep the floor noise down as much as possible, the volume up as high as we can, and keep as much crappy signal from the radio. So if I go bigger amplifiers, I can accomplish that.
Right.
Just a thought.
More power.
More power, baby.
More power.
More power to you. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey. What's up?
All right, so we got, in 2 minutes, we need to.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I have a 2022 Ford F-150 with a BO system, looking to upgrade the system when the adapter comes out. What do you mean? 2020? Oh, because of the new one. Yeah. No, that doesn't matter. 2022 doesn't matter. It's the same BO system.
Right.
All right.
Well, maybe there's none to have right now, so.
Well, that might be the case. I mean, the Amp Pro is on its way, supposedly. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay,
I would,
waiting.
for you, upgrade. I'm in Miami. Be 2 days in 2 days. It depends what you want to do. 2 days is usually the minimum, depending on how intense the system is. It could take 2.5 days. So
3 days.
It just depends on what we're doing, as far as that goes. But yeah, so it's there again. BO right now, we're waiting for Amp Pros because we're
waiting.
But I haven't tried the Metro piece yet. It might work.
All right.
2009 Honda Civic with an ILX 407. Kicker KS components for front, KS coaxials in the rear, and a kicker key 200.4 run in 4-channel or bi-amp mode. Which sounds better? I would do the bi-amp mode.
Totally.
I'd do the bi-amp mode. Okay, but the one thing I'm going to say here is that if you don't already have the kicker key, maybe not buy the kicker key. Maybe go for the 6-channel or the bigger 4-channel, like the Marine 4-channel. The reason why, there again, the kicker key is a wonderful product, and it'll do what you want it to do, no doubt about it. However, the 407 does have time alignment and equalization built into it that you can get pretty good results out of. So, you could do a bigger, more powerful 4-channel, like this guy here. It's like $100 more than a key, and get some pretty impressive results. Just a thought, just throwing it out there. So, whatever you decide.
Yeah.
But yeah. But if you are going to do it, I'd just do front for sure.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's ride.
Hey guys, have you ever heard of this little brand called Moscone? Have you ever seen an amplifier that looks as sexy as this?
Oh, wow.
I know, it's almost like that's where you got the
clip art. That's a copy.
I know, it's pretty crazy. Well, if you haven't, you should.
You should. Yeah, dude.
We keep talking about small amplifiers and fun stuff like that, and lots of power. Moscone makes a ton of different amplifiers. This one in particular is, oh my God, power, 225 watts, Jesus. But
what?
If you head over to moscone-america.com, you can find a list of amazing amplifier DSPs and the Pro Series like you see here. This amplifier, of course, is getting ready to go into Fernando's car neck this week, so that we can film it and play with it and have a good time.
Yeah.
But just take a deep dive, go over to their page and check it out.
Wow. It almost sounds very serious, like professional.
Well, this is a very serious product, so we need to put some emphasis on. Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Okay, moving on. Hi guys, recommendations on replacement mid-bass for 2003 Jaguar RF
13.
With the Meridian system. Am I out of line by saying just get a different car?
It is hard.
All right. When people ask me what are the car, this is it. This is the car, man. I don't want anything to do with the Jaguar at all. Period. End of story. Please go somewhere else. Thank you, but no thank you. I will not work on your car. I'm not a Jaguar guy. Everything about them just As far as better speakers go, though, I don't know what size they are. So I really can't recommend something. However, I will recommend this because you need somewhere to start. If you're planning on keeping the factory amplifier and the factory everything and just want to replace the mid-range or something like that because it's a 2013, it's almost a 10-year-old car, and maybe they're starting to dry rot. The problem that you run into is that it's really hard to find an aftermarket speaker that's going to play in the Meridian system because it's a closed system. What you may be better off doing, believe it or not, we have people do this a lot in some of these older cars like this, is we just send them back to the dealer and pick up a speaker. Because yes, it's going to be more than just buying like an $80 speaker or something like that. But the ohm load, the speaker, the fitment, everything about it is unique to that car. And without replacing everything, you run the risk of actually making it sound worse as if you were to just disconnect it and not have it. So if you just have a bad mid-range in the car, go to the manufacturer and go to Jag and see how much it is just to replace that driver. A lot of places will install them for you way cheaper than the factory is charging. You might be able to find it online, go to like Jaguar Parts or something like that. But if that's the only thing that is wrong with the system, it is way better to not screw with it, get the factory, put it in, and be done with it. Otherwise, tearing it all out and start from scratch is going to be your answer, and that is going to be way more money. So that's kind of how we approach that stuff.
Sound effects in the house.
That really brings out my eyes.
Yeah?
I know. I'm glad. They're tired. These are.
You see Mel?
I did not smell. Really? What's up? Working on SPL Monster currently. It's over 100 here in Texas. I feel you, man. I don't, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. I could totally see that for sure. It's definitely that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. I got this one right here.
Hey guys, I have a 2013 Ford Explorer. Should I focus all funds on front, rear, and sub, or replace the center channel and pillar speakers as well? Okay, as far as focusing on something to spend all your funds on, in a 2013, the first thing I'm focusing on is the radio. All right. I'm going to get the best radio I can to go into this because I'm not keeping a 2013 Ford radio, no matter how cool it is. That's gone. We have the MFT1, MFT2. I think that's the new MFT2 if it's got the 8-inch screen. Otherwise, Metra dash kit for that. Those expensive. Works great. It's got no issues. But I'm really trying to get a better radio in this because anything I build off that is going to suck. Now, if it has the Sony system, yes, I get it. You can use an Amp Pro. But there again, if it has a Sony system, it also has an 8-inch screen, so I can use an MFD2 from iData. So I'm concentrating on the source unit. Now, when it comes to the other speakers in the car, you have kids, so we can see that. I'm not going crazy. Like, I'm going to do a balanced system. I'm going to get a set of components for the front. I'm going to set of coaxials for the rear. And there again, I don't know what the goals are, but a simple 5-channel system for this might be all you need. Kenwood probably makes everything you could possibly need for this vehicle. Get a 707, an 8205, some 7-inch components for the front doors, 6.5 for the rear. Get one of those, one of their 10 or 12-inch ported enclosures that can either be down firing or back firing, and you'll have a wonderful system that's not going to break the bank. It'll all be high res. But yeah, I mean, the thing of it is it's the source unit in that where I'm concentrating all my efforts.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to go from there. What, a new shirt day? So clean and so fresh. Just trying to be like you, Jeff. Just trying to be like you. And Haley's at home laughing her ass off right now.
Pretty much.
She's like, yeah, I made those.
Yeah.
I made those. By the way, did I tell you I made those? Yeah, I made those. Yes. I would agree with Fro. Play Sirius from your phone, not from the radio. If you want Sirius as a source, then yeah, definitely do that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Should I use my stock speaker wire for a 6.5 in my door and run new wires to the dash for a 3-inch speaker and new wires to a tweeter on the sail panel so I can play an active system in the future and just have the crossover by the amplifier? It's a 3-way set. That's a pretty solid plan. I got no problem with that. Yeah, I would. I could see that. I mean, that's something we would do, but we'd just keep it 3-way all the time. But yeah, mounting your crossovers back by an amplifier, doing what you just said, that's a solid plan, man. Don't go crazy on the size of the wire. Okay, that's where everyone kind of gets all you need to run. No, don't run no 12 gauge or anything like that. 18 is probably going to be plenty good for everything you're trying to do. So, make it so it fits into the holes you're trying to put it through, and you'll be fine.
Right.
Okay, give me the next one.
Right there.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Kelly. What would you suggest a set of Diamond Audio horn tweeters? Usually they install on a motorcycle, but I'm installing in a Chevy truck. Where was the question? What would you suggest I pair? Oh, what would you pair with it? So those are going to be the tweeters, the horn tweeters, the neo tweeters, that everyone makes a version of that now. It seems like.
Yeah. Are we going all diamond?
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like diamond matters if it doesn't. Rockford, believe it or not, Rockford makes a really nice loudspeaker that you could pair up with that in their loudspeaker line. That one of the things I like about it is that it plays up pretty far. Sorry, plays down. It doesn't play down like a mid bass, but it plays down pretty well. One of the problems with using those tweeters is not having a DSP to control it, because those things have like 103 to 107 dBs of volume on them, 1 watt, 1 meter. But then the closest mid-range you're going to have is somewhere between, let's say, 93 to 95 if you're lucky. So there's this giant chasm of like volume difference between them. So not being able to bring those, because they actually sound pretty decent when they're DSP'd because you get such a wide frequency response out of that tweeter. But yeah, it's a tough one. I would want them on my own amp, and I'd want level control for them as well as some kind of a DSP to reel them in, so to speak. But like I said, Rockford makes a really nice loudspeaker that could pair up with that. That'll play pretty low, not like 80 hertz or anything, but
I mean,
they make some.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they actually make.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't heard
the
those.
motorcycles.
So, yeah. But there again, if all they do is make loud sound, it's like
that's what they make.
I know. Okay.
All right,
guys. When replacing a deck, i.e., Toyota, is there a workaround for accessing the prior video settings managed through the OE deck, or are they just gone? Okay. Prior vehicles. Okay, so if you're doing interfacing into an aftermarket radio and you're actually trying to retain any of the OE features back into the aftermarket radio, you need iData. So iData will do Toyota. So that's it. That's if there's any prior information in there that you need to get to, you want to do an iData RR, which is all I would do in a Toyota anyways, because that will and then you have to buy a radio that is RR compatible. So you have to buy this, then you have to make sure you get a radio that is RR compatible. And then what that'll do is you'll have it'll say OEM features. And when you tap on that, that'll get you into all of those things like controlling entry, exit lighting, locks, noises, sensors. It's all built in. So that's how you would do that. Did you guys get new lights? Dina's face looks like they are. No,
it's just my skin.
We just, I'm just pale and he's
just
dark.
Glowing.
Yeah, he's just glowing. No, we have a light that sits here on my bench anyways, and because we're here, we just turn it to face us. But actually, we are going to be getting some lights. I haven't bought them yet because I'm lazy, I guess. I don't know. I don't think about it on Sunday because Sunday has become I don't think about anything work-related day.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, except for have you seen the Memphis DSP? Actually, yes, we have. Yes, we saw it in Go Fast.
Yeah, they have it.
Yep. I'm gonna leave it at that. What's the main difference in audio control ACM versus LC amps? Not even the same thing, man. They are totally different. A lot. So one of the things that I asked that same question when we went to audio control. The ACM amplifiers are their all-weather series amplifiers. Obviously, as you know, these guys all-weather series. I'm sorry, wait, ACM. Wait, am I getting these confused? ACM versus the LC?
The ACM has the small.
You're talking about. Oh, wait a minute. I went the wrong direction on this one. Totally different layout. So ACMs versus LC. Right there. All the ACMs are 300 watts. I guess the best way to think of an ACM amplifier is if you took an LC2I and morphed it with an amplifier, you get an ACM. Because that's really what it is. They all put out about 75 to 80 watts a channel.
I mean, they good amplifiers. If you don't have the
problem with them is that they're small, they're powerful, and they're expensive. So a lot of people go, "What the heck?" But
if you don't have the space for a big one, the ACM for that 300 works perfectly fine.
He's got a set of them in his car.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
was totally thinking what the difference because the Marine amp and the ACM.
The ACX
totally
is the
different.
other ones.
Yeah, they're totally different amplifiers.
Come on, man. Just focus.
I can't. I'm tired. It's Monday. I'm already for the weekend. I'm ready to go home and not think about this nonsense. All right. So, hey, before I do this, thank you, Moscone. Make sure to check them out at moscone-america.com. How can I run an amp per side of a vehicle when most amps have a gain that controls 2 channels at a time? How would something like this be wired up? That is a wonderful question. You need a DSP. That's it. You need a DSP. With a DSP, gain pairing on that means absolutely nothing because the DSP has individual level controls.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what you would do is you would set the gain on the amplifier to wherever the point in which you feel the maximum output of gain capability is, or minimum, whatever you like. So you just say, all right, here is let's say my distortion point that I've chosen on my amplifier's gain. And then you run channel 1 to the tweeter, channel 2 to the mid-range. The DSP left tweeter left mid is going to go into 1 and 2 on the amplifier, and you are then going to control how much signal is getting to each one of those speakers through the DSP, because the DSP, one of the features of every DSP, if it doesn't have it, then it's not a DSP, is level control per channel. So that would be how you would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the gain as low as possible, people. As low as possible.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. I got an LC 61200 for the front active. Oh, one other thing on the other one is that left and right channel outputs on amplifiers are not matched. I know what you're saying, but they don't put out the same amount of power. Just letting you on the big secret. Anytime you've seen a dyno of a stereo amplifier, the power difference can be substantial. All right. I got an LC 61200 for front active and an ACM 2300 for rear fill on my DMA10, and an ACR3 to control full system volume.
Yep.
That would work fabulously.
Exactly.
That's actually one of the things we recommend doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally cool. Got no
great.
problem with that. That'll work wonderfully because then you can still have one more channel. No, that's 8. No, it's 10. You still can do sub output, but no, that's as far as timbre or performance or any of that stuff, you're golden. That'll work great. Do it all the time.
Yeah.
We did it all the time. We haven't done that in a while, but yeah. What was I thinking? I was thinking something, but it just totally escaped my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't important. Can you bridge 2 5-channel amps to 3-channel and do it that way too? Yes. Yes, you can. As Ada says, you can do that as well. I still don't understand. Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Okay.
You could get into something like the Morel.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here, the 45th anniversary 2-channel, has independent left and right channel volume controls.
That's the neatest part.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yep, you can do that. Yep, and if you want to spend $5,000 or $6,000, you can get into that new Ground Zero amplifier that'll have left and right volume controls. But
it's not available yet.
It's not available yet, but it'll be available one day.
So start saving your money.
All right, let's get Ada's comment off the board there. Hide current.
Yeah.
There you go. That was tough. 5 minutes. I know it's ready to go. We're gonna end it here. That's it. That's it for Monday, guys. Hey, real quick before you guys go and quickly turn off, let me explain to you what's going on the schedule, the trusted schedule right here. This Saturday, we have a guest, and there again, we're going to do the same thing we did last Saturday. If you guys caught that, we brought the guest in at 6:30, so the show starts at 6. We'll bring Rich. He's going to talk to us about how to turn your wired CarPlay Android Auto system into a wireless CarPlay or wireless Android Auto system. So we have that coming up this Saturday. On Monday, the 8th, we're going to have Mr. Christopher McNulty from Electromedion. That is Addison Hertz. He's going to be on for the whole show on Monday, so this show will be that. And then that Wednesday, the 10th, we're going to have Seth Hofstetter from JVC Kenwood on to tell us all about the new Kenwood JVC stuff, when it's coming. We'll have some of it here, so we are going to have live, hands-on. Yay. So he'll be here in the studio. Chris will be here via the TV, magical fairies. But Seth will be here in studio. And then Saturday will be a normal show. We'll just do Q&A. So if we didn't answer your questions, like we do on Monday, then don't worry, just save it till that Saturday. So the 13th will just be Q&A. That Monday, the 15th, we're going to have Mr. Nick Wingate from Orca, which is Moscone, Focal, Gladen, in studio to talk about amplifier technology. Not DSP, amplifier technology.
Yeah.
So that ought to be, he's going to be here for the whole show. That's on a Monday. Then on the 17th, we're going to have Brian from Mobile Solutions here talking about Master Tech Expo. So on the 17th at 6:30, we're going to have Brian talking about Master Tech Expo. There again, that's the only reason why we're coming on. We're going to talk to him. We're going to have him tell us about all the stuff that's going to be happening at Master Tech Expo in February. We want to make sure you guys get plenty of time to decide if it's something you want to do. Start saving for it because, you know, you got tickets, you got hotel, you got the venue itself. We are also going to be talking about there's a chance for you to win free tickets. Not pay for the hotel and the airfare. You still got to bum for that crap, but how to get free tickets into it. And that's going to be on the 17th. The 20th, that Saturday, and then the 22nd are both open. They're just going to be Q&A because that week, that's 3 weeks into this, we're going to be going to Knowledge Fest that 25th, 26th, 27th. So on the 25th, that's a Thursday, we'll be at Jay's Tent in Dallas. And a birdie told me today that Jeff Smith might be there also. Ooh. Yeah. But if you're in the Dallas area and you want to come by and bug us and say hi,
don't do that.
Totally do that. Totally do that. But yeah, so that's what we got scheduled. So we got 5 guests coming in. We're also going to get more. We're just kind of, we want to see what's good and what's bad and what we can tolerate and what you guys will tolerate. So we just got a whole bunch of stuff planned. We hope you guys will join us and have fun. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget that tune in Instagram, where we do a lot of openings and talk about cars and answer questions and have a lot of fun, Fred Flintstone style. That's a gay old time. Anyways, tune in Friday mornings at Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips or Facebook right here for the news. Yep. That's at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. This Thursday night, I'll be back with Hi-Fi Vega on the Hi-Fi Vega network talking about the most serious car audio things that you could possibly imagine. I don't know what they are, as well as we're going to be talking about movies and stuff on reverse or side jag. And then Saturday, we'll be back here again, answering your questions with Rich and doing all kinds of fun stuff like that.
We're going to be on Thursday.
We'll be at Jay's on Thursday, the 25th of this month.
Yep.
So Jay's tent is in Dallas. Mm-hmm. I don't know where. It's just in Dallas. We're gonna hire an Uber. He's gonna take us there.
We hire an Uber?
I guess, unless we can find someone to take us there from the airport. Yeah. Maybe Jeff will be on the same flight and Jeff can pay for the Uber. It's amazing how that works out. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, hey, or we'll get lucky and Brian will be like, hey guys, I'm picking you up, and we'll be like, hell yeah, bring the dog. Let's have some fun. So anyways, that's what we got going on. Stay tuned for all this fun and excitement, of course, and then just hang on to it's in the hood. Whatever. Yeah, they got pizza. That's all that matters.
There you go.
Stay tuned for all the fun and excitement. Of course, we'll be doing all the regular videos and stuff like that throughout the week. We got some cool stuff coming on. And of course, there's going to be a giveaway. So by the end of the month. So just real quick on the giveaway, because there's still some of you here. Not everyone is left. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
We're going to announce the winner of the Ground Zero radioactive giveaway, which you guys don't know anything about yet, but you'll find out soon enough this week. At Knowledge Fest. So we're going to have the owner of Ground Zero, the company from Germany who's going to be here, is going to announce the winner. So, boom, that's right. He has nothing to do this, and he doesn't know he's going to be doing this. We're just going to make him pull out a number and say, give me the number. And he'll be 9. Just kidding. So
he's going to give you a number.
German
all right.
But anyways, that's what's going on, guys. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Be merry. Have fun. Good night. Bye.
Bye.